Maybe it's a big snake that looks like a person.
I like that. Yeah,
All right.
I know, yeah.
He is the owner. Oh, that's exciting. The owner.
Oh, now you're excited.
I understand you like status.
The owner. So he's an owner. So, let's let's respect him.
Are we in a time loop?
Let's respect him. Of the Gummy Bright Candy Company, please welcome Peter Finn.
Oh, I was going.
Hi, Scott.
It's interesting. You always wonder how a person's going to talk when you first meet them.
You always wonder that.
And this is how you talk.
You never know how someone's going to talk until they open their mouth.
Hello, Peter.
Hi.
Mr. Finn.
Thank you.
It's great to meet you.
It's great to be here.
You are the owner of the Gummy
Bright Candy Company. And I've got a lot of exciting new things in store for the summer.
For the summer, all right.
In terms of candy.
Some seasonal candies?
Yeah.
Where is your business located? Is it a small business or is it? I've never heard of it.
We're down in Dallas.
Everything all right?
This is how I talk. It's just who I am.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
So you have some exciting new seasonal candies.
Yeah.
For the summer-themed candies.
Right. Would you like to
When
hear?
it gets hot outside, they cool you down.
Just not exactly. Some of them are just new products we're unveiling in the summer.
Yeah, there's no candy that cools you down.
You're thinking of a popsicle
Yes.
or ice cream.
You've confused candy with popsicles.
A lot of people do it.
Do they?
Some people do. Why would you challenge me on that?
One
You did
guy
it.
did.
Oh my God.
Who's for me and who's against me? I can't tell.
I'm for you.
I'm for you.
I'm for you.
We all love you.
Everyone loves you,
Why
honey.
does this feel like an intervention?
No.
This whole tour has felt like that.
We just want what's best for you.
We love you. We just have letters we have to read to you.
You have heard me in the following ways.
You're wonderful, Mr. Ackerman.
Okay.
Don't get down on yourself or feel bad. Everyone loves you very much,
You're
right?
not so horrible. Come on, we love him.
All right.
Here.
He's
I don't need it from you.
I was on your side.
Mr. What is your name again?
Peter Finn.
Peter Finn.
Yeah.
Peter
you can't remember anyone's name.
There's a lot of people to be remembering.
Yes, 3.
And forgetting.
Peter Finn. Mr. Finn, tell us about these summer candies. Go.
There's a bar. With the cookie crunch. It's topped with nuts and caramel. We call it chocolate lunch.
Are you singing?
Yes. I sometimes sing. And sometimes I'll speak quickly and stop. It's a large chocolate bar we're selling.
Chocolate lunch? Is
It's as big as a lunch.
And it has a crunch, you're saying?
Cookie crunch.
Cookie crunch.
Yeah.
It's in bar form.
Right. Right.
That tune sounded familiar to me.
That sounded familiar to you?
That sounded good to me.
Well, thank you. We hope more customers respond the way you do.
Sure.
So we can move as many units as we can this summer. I'm sorry if I seem distracted.
What's going on with you?
I've lost the love of my life.
I'm so sorry. What happened?
There was a girl. Love of my life. I loved her so much, I asked her to be my wife. Maggie Wells. Maggie Wells.
Maggie Wells?
I haven't
Excuse
seen
me.
her.
Hi, Peter.
I haven't seen her in a long time.
Peter, you seem to be going off in these sort of memory songs.
I do that now when I'm thinking of Maggie Wells.
I'm sorry about Maggie. How long has it been since you've seen her?
It's been about 20 days.
Did she pass?
No, she left me.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's hard how it all happened.
How did it happen?
We had a fight on a night like tonight.
Like you were on stage?
Both of us were sitting on a stage and we were cleaning it. We help out around the community theater and clean the stage when the people have gone home.
Why is the stage so dirty? And why does it need two people that's their only job?
Well, like when somebody does a real show that's not just like stools and microphones, there's a lot of stuff that has to be moved around off the stage. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Like a Gallagher situation.
Right. We had him in a month ago.
Really?
Yeah.
And this is what you were arguing about with your wife? Is she your
We
wife?
were
I'm not following this at all.
She's my wife.
She is your wife.
Right.
Okay.
Not following. We got in an argument about our cell phone charges. She wanted to chop the data usage in half, and I needed it. Because I play video games on my phone. And
So what happened?
well, she went away to Pheasant Hill.
What?
To where? What?
To Pheasant Hill?
Pheasant Hill. It's a hill where I live.
She went away to Pheasant Hill where you live. Is that what you just sang?
Yes, but there's in the town I live.
Oh, okay.
There's a place called Pheasant Hill, and the teenagers would roll down in old tires. And
Teenagers?
Teenagers who fit into tires.
How big are these, like tractor tires?
Exactly. If you just reason it out. There are big tires in the world. And
I have to say, I quite enjoyed your little movement when you showed us how quick you move sometimes.
Yeah, I enjoyed that too.
That was my favorite thing I've ever seen.
I keep thinking you're gonna do it again, and I get excited.
Me too. I'm incredibly hopeful.
yeah, she went up to Pheasant Hill, and I would tell her never to go. Don't go up there, you're going to get hurt, but she's... But anyway... And she got into a tire and she rolled away. Right down the street. She didn't go far.
Are you singing Somewhere That's Green now?
I'm
Somewhere That's green.
She rolled off away.
So she went up a hill where teenagers roll tires down.
Pheasant Hill.
Pheasant Hill, sorry. And then she got stuck in one of the tires and rolled away.
That's
how your wife left
Wait,
you.
she got stuck in the tire or she climbed in there voluntarily?
Yeah, she was mad at me and ran up there, and
Because
I always would forbid her to go. I didn't want her to get hurt.
So the way she left you was by getting in a tire and spinning down a hill?
Rolling.
I mean, did she say, I'm leaving you? This is it?
She said, I hate you.
Because of this? Because you wanted to play games on your phone?
We never communicated very well. We would argue all the time. And finally, this was it
Tell me,
for her.
do you have any other candies you're releasing this summer?
Yeah. Keep an eye out for sour snazzy razzies.
Sour Snazzy Razzies.
They're
Is
part
that-
of the snazzy razzy family of tropical and original flavor.
What? Why do you
What's
keep looking
happening?
back there? What's going on?
I think there was a strange echo.
A what?
An echo.
A strange echo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you think you're going to see it?
You ever been at the Grand Canyon going, hello?
Who said that?
Oh. I never did make it to the Grand Canyon.
What?
You were on your way?
No, I don't want to get into that.
Well,
You
why-
brought it up!
Did you and your lady friend, you had a trip planned to the Grand Canyon?
Maggie Wells.
Why do you say your wife's whole name?
It always just comes off my tongue that way. There's nothing gross about talking about your wife's name.
Where did you meet, you and Maggie Wells?
Oh, it was a high school dance. We were chaperoning.
You were both chaperones.
Right?
You do a lot of activities.
As a member of my community, I love to give back and help any way I can, and she was the same way. So we would volunteer as chaperones for those rolling teenagers.
Did you ask her to dance?
Not until after the dance. I thought it would be inappropriate in front of the teens. So we went
Teens?
to my house. And I turned on the stereo. And we disco danced all night, but she had to go.
Disco danced?
Yes.
What did you turn on? What was on the stereo?
ABBA.
Greatest
You-
hits?
Yes.
You look like you're being rewound when you walk. Not to be rude.
It's kind of like watching sped up crime scene footage. Like if they had a camera in the convenience store when a guy got robbed, and it's like, no, not him. Keep it going.
Wait. Enhance that.
Enhance.
Well, it's great to have you on the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can you stick around?
Yes. 1,000 times yes. What?
Don't. All right, well, we have to get to our next guest. This is fun. He is the EVP of Creativity and Innovation at a major company. Please welcome Tom Boreman. Hi, why don't we switch here?
I took you by surprise. I came out from another direction.
You did. That was very surprising to me.
I surprised you.
Thank you? Is that polite to say?
Yes, it is. Good job, pupil.
Thank you, Mommy.
No, I'm your teacher. Just called
You're
you.
my mommy teacher.
No. Go in the corner.
Really?
Yes.
Bye, Mommy.
Come back.
So, what's your company?
Oh, we picked it right up without you, apparently.
So, Tom.
Yes.
Boreman.
Yes.
You're very interesting to me. Tom Boreman is your name, obviously.
Yes.
And I remember that.
Yes.
Oh! Good job, pupil.
And you're here next to Peter.
Yes.
And Carmella.
Yes.
And Garry.
Yes.
And I know everyone here.
Yes.
And your name?
Oh. No, Tom, you are the EVP of a major company.
That's right. I'm Executive Vice President of Creativity and Innovation at LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Big LinkedIn crowd.
LinkedIn.com, the global professional networking website.
Did you forget the last word of your slogan?
I just get so excited when I'm talking about our company. A lot of exciting things are happening at LinkedIn right now.
The inflection of your sentence went downward, which usually doesn't happen when you're excited about things.
I have to correct when I get so excited about LinkedIn, otherwise I'm liable to pass out.
LinkedIn, we all know what LinkedIn is. It's the
I
website.
don't.
I get invites for it a lot.
Very unclear. I get invites to it. I'm very unclear as to what it is and how it helps me.
Someone I know has a professional network and they invite me into it. Is that you?
That's right. It's like Facebook, but for business professionals.
So you can do like little quizzes and stuff on there and have a fun time?
Quizzes would actually be a great thing. If you don't mind, I will steal that and use it as my own idea. I am in charge of creativity and innovation. What's next for the exciting new world of LinkedIn? Quizzes.
I've never been on LinkedIn, but I imagine it just to be like people, sending messages to each other like, hey, what are you working on? Is that what it is?
Well, there are many things that you can do on LinkedIn to pass the time and enrich your life. And help grow your professional career to the ends of the universe. For example, there's an inbox feature where you can receive emails just like regular email.
But, pardon me for asking, don't we have regular email? I mean, why do we need to go to a third party?
Don't you want email with less functionality than regular email? Well, now you can have it at LinkedIn.com. Isn't this exciting to you? You can also connect with peers, friends, and professional colleagues in your field of work.
Aren't you just talking about email again?
What?
You can connect with them how? By email?
There's also a search bar to find people that you can connect to professionally. You can type in whatever you want, a true Boolean search.
Someone I know was telling me about this the other day.
Boolean is the hottest thing when it comes to searching.
What are you saying?
What is it?
Boolean. B-O-O-L-E-A-N.
What's that mean?
Boolean.
Stop saying it.
I think he's asking, what is it?
Yeah.
It's Boolean.
How is it different from Google?
Well, it's not Google, it's Boolean.
How would you define such a word?
It defines itself, Boolean.
You got us there?
There we go. Asked and answered.
It stands for something, too.
It's an anagram?
Acronym.
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 I'm
It's
going to
an
ask
acronym.
you a question.
The B stands for Boolean.
Does the O stand for Ulian?
You guessed it, but not the second O. The second O stands for Olean.
Keep going.
The L stands for Leanne. The E stands for Ian. The A stands for Ann. And the N stands for... Nice. You like Boolean searches too? Seven letters, Boolean.
Okay.
Oh my God.
What other new surprising features would we be excited to learn about with LinkedIn?
We've updated the privacy page.
What updates or alterations have you made?
There were a couple typos. We corrected them.
You know, nobody reads that.
What? To me, it's the most exciting part of LinkedIn.com. Learn how you're protected through our corporate guidelines.
Do you enjoy reading manuals?
I love it. Did you know
I don't care.
You don't care?
You've been Icona popped by the best.
Oh, no.
I love it.
Oh, what? What's that, Pete?
I love it.
I don't care.
Right.
Now, you would be able to connect to other candy professionals through LinkedIn.com.
We could share ideas about different gummy works and shapes.
Or shapes.
Different ideas of shapes.
Yes. And you could do a square. Just a cube.
That's the least interesting gummy shape.
You have to start somewhere and mold them into a crocodile if you want. Or a squid. We do a lot of animals at the company.
You make a lot of edible candy?
Animals.
Oh, animals. I thought you said edibles.
Animals.
Yeah, no.
Animals.
Yes.
Edibles.
Edible animals.
A lot of... Nothing.
What else do you have coming down the pike?
Well, we have a handful of articles coming out in different news sources that are just trying to help people understand LinkedIn a little better. Most people get overwhelmed by LinkedIn. Oh, this is just an online place for my resume to be stored. Not true. You can also connect to other business professionals.
Now, you say people get overwhelmed, and then in the next breath, this is just a place where I can stick my resume.
No, people get overwhelmed thinking that it's only that, but it's much, much more.
Wouldn't
They
it
get
be-
overwhelmed with the idea that there's nothing to this website.
Yes, it's like staring into the infinite abyss. Which was actually LinkedIn.com's first tagline. Facebook for nihilists.
Now, what would someone do if they were going to communicate with someone on LinkedIn? How would they start that communication?
I would suggest the Boolean search.
Once that was fully in place, then
Well, okay. It's difficult because I really overuse the Boolean search. But once you're connected to certain people within your professional field, or even second, third degree connections of people outside your professional field, then you can start to give each other recommendations based on your professional acumen. For example, I recommend you for candy.
It's a search I'm willing to do.
I recommend you for manners.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
I recommend you for holidays.
What does this mean? I recommend you for candy. Then what happens?
Here we are. You've steered me right back to the Boolean search. You know 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon?
Yeah.
At LinkedIn, we have a funny joke. 1 degree of Boolean.
Can you use it, LinkedIn, to play games?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
Are you really still interested in games after your wife left you for this very reason?
it's all I have to do anymore.
Let me ask you a question. Probably the same thing on that woman's mind. Would you like to be married to your career?
I'd like to see Maggie Wells again.
Then I can't help you.
Oh,
Unless she's on LinkedIn.com
I should check.
and she hasn't hidden her profile. You know, you can hide your profile from people.
why would you do that?
I know, that's one of the things that I'd like to creatively get rid of. I don't understand why you would do that. Why wouldn't you want the world to see your professional CV?
So, do you have a resume on LinkedIn?
I do.
What's on it?
Just LinkedIn.com.
Who are you connected to via LinkedIn?
I'm connected to everyone else that works at LinkedIn.com, plus some of our competitors.
Some of the competitors. Who are the competitors to LinkedIn?
None. We've crushed them all.
Oh, I walked into that one. He got me. He got me.
I got you good.
What do you see in the future for LinkedIn? I mean, obviously Facebook is taking over the world. Everyone has a Facebook page. What do you see? I always get these emails from LinkedIn and I just delete right away, you know? Like
the first thing that I'm working on is the undeletable email. That's the first step. And then the 50-year plan is always...
What year plan is that one?
What's that?
The undeletable email. What year plan is that?
That's now.
That's happening now?
We're trying to place that into effect now.
Wow.
Yes. But the 50-year plan is an email that you can never unsee. And it acts like a Snapchat filter for your entire life. So if you're reaching for the coffee and the filter's in the way, all you see is LinkedIn.com. Oops, I spilled the coffee. I'll never forget LinkedIn.com. Because I have third-degree burns, much like the friends I have in my professional network.
It's hot coffee.
It's probably too hot to drink.
It's too hot. Third
shouldn't
degree.
be that
Very hot coffee.
That's the 50-year plan, but there are many things in between.
Sure, I would imagine the 2-year plan, the 3-year plan, the 4-year plan.
Yes, you've got it. Yep.
Carmella, is it polite to delete an email like this? I mean,
An email like a LinkedIn request?
yeah.
Well, is it polite? I guess the person on the other end doesn't know if you've deleted it unless LinkedIn informs them if the email's been deleted. Does your company do that?
That's part of our 2-year plan.
To tell someone your email has been deleted?
That's right. Someone has rejected your LinkedIn friendship request and deleted it. And it will show how quickly they deleted it as well.
You're going to cause a lot of fights. You're being a bully.
Yes, LinkedIn promotes bullying.
Is that the search that you're talking about?
Yes.
Bullying?
Bullying or... Our 3-year plan is that Boolean will become bullying.
All right, everyone, that's our show.